What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Montana Love versus Steve Spark, and this was a 12-rounder in the super lightweight division. And this fight was Saturday, November 12th, from the Rocket Mortgage FieldHouse in Cleveland, Ohio. And this fight was broadcasted on the Zone. And in this fight, Montana Love got disqualified in the 6th round. This was a crazy fight, basically from how it ended. But leading up to the stoppage, this bout scored 47-47, a draw. So just to break this fight down round by round, and I'll obviously get into the crazy stoppage later. But yeah, the first round Montana Love looked pretty solid. He just landed the far better counters, easily won it. The second round, though, was big for Steve Spark. He landed a big right hand that sort of buckled Montana Love back. Love was on the ropes, and then he got caught with a perfectly placed right hand to the chin. And also when Spark followed through, he kind of caught Montana Love a bit with his shoulder when he was going down, so that also added to the fuel of the combination that Spark put out there, and Montana Love went down. Obviously, that's a big 10-8 round for Steve Spark. Then in round number 3, Love had it was like round 1. He just had much more polished counters, looked much better, but that second round was really key for Steve Spark in this fight. Then in round number 4, again, Montana Love just had the better counters, was outboxing Steve Spark, but then in the 5th round, Spark was pressuring really nicely. He got Montana Love in the corner, throwing big shots on him, digging to the body as well, and he won the round pretty clearly just based off of his activity and pressure. But the 6th round was a crazy round. So it started off with both of them. Obviously, it's a southpaw and an orthodox fighter. They clashed heads accidentally. There was a cut on, I believe it was the left eye of Montana Love. It was sort of around the brow area, at the edge of the brow. At first, when Montana Love walked over to the doctor, he said he felt good. And then he said he couldn't see, so it was just odd. Right when the doctor was explaining to him what's going to happen, he said he couldn't see. I don't know if that was a way out. I don't know if what I heard was wrong or not, but I mean, it seemed a little fishy to me. But then the doctor said that he's going to look at it for a little bit, and then Montana Love was saying stuff how felt good or how he didn't feel good. I wasn't 100% sure because the audio obviously isn't the greatest when the fighter and the doctor don't have a microphone. But yeah, I mean, Montana Love, he went back out there, but the referee said that he's going to watch it for only like a minute or so. So then Montana Love went out there, and then Steve Spark, when the referee started the fight, he went out there guns blazing. He was just throwing big shots on Montana Love, backing him up, landing some shots. Then when they got into the ropes, I don't know the exact sequence of how it happened, but both of them ended up clinching, and I think what happened was Montana Love sort of threw Steve Spark over the ropes. But the thing is, I sort of missed it right exactly in the moment. But from what I saw, I was able to see Steve Spark locked up in a clinch. Then I saw immediately a second later Steve Spark flying out of the ring. And luckily for Steve Spark, he stuck the landing when he fell out. He didn't fall out hitting his head or just landing on his back. He landed on his feet, which is great, obviously. No injuries there. But yeah, immediately the referee did disqualify Montana Love for that, and I think I do have to definitely see an extra replay on that slow motion just to see exactly what happened. But as far as I know, Steve Spark and Montana Love were clinching. Montana Love, I guess, threw Steve Spark over the ropes. I guess in frustration maybe because he was sort of going out there pressuring him really hard. But I don't know. That's what I'm pretty sure it happened. That's what the referee saw, and that's why he obviously stopped it that way. So if you were watching this fight, comment down below your thoughts on the result. Yeah, and what you thought of the referee's decision, and if you think it was righteous or if you think it was wrong, and how you scored it leading up to the stoppage. So this goes into the question, what is next for actually both fighters? I think they're going to have a rematch because this result, obviously this fight was actually heating up. It was a pretty solid fight while it lasted. And I definitely think it would have been very competitive as the rounds went on because I obviously had it a draw leading up to the end of this fight. So I think what's next for both fighters is obviously a rematch. I think we should definitely see that, and I think for Montana Love, being that this is his first loss, I know it's by disqualification, but still, I think he's going to want to avenge that. Obviously, being that he was really built up here in his hometown fighting in his first main event, or his first key main event. So yeah, I mean, if they don't rematch, I could imagine Steve Spark going back to Australia, fighting some solid names after getting this win. I know it was a disqualification win, but it's still a very solid win. But for Montana Love, if he doesn't rematch him, I think he would just continue fighting guys around this level, maybe top 15 around there, and just building himself back up to that big stage. But most likely these two are going to have a rematch. So overall, Steve Spark and Montana Love were fighting a good fight, where Steve Spark dropped Montana Love, and Montana Love was boxing pretty well in some rounds, and it was a pretty fun fight while it lasted. But then the 6th round, Steve Spark and Montana Love clinching. Love throws Steve Spark out of the ring. Referee disqualifies Love, and obviously Love takes his first loss here. Now 18-1 with 1 draw. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.